an alpha subunit, but no enzyme. And then we're going to combine those two aspects in the third pathway. So I'll leave that on the board and redraw the receptor. So we see this not very often, but with certain types of hormones. So the first steps are the same. Hormone binds to its receptor. Again, the receptor is not a channel itself. So this receptor is not the calcium ion channel. All right. The G protein has been activated. What color did I get? Green. And dissociates. And the alpha subunit is activated with the presence of GTP. Now, in the previous sequence, GTP randomly ran into the adenylate cyclase. Right? So the adenylate cyclase isn't active. It's not capable of converting ATP to cyclic AMP until the energy from the GTP molecule, the alpha subunit, has been provided for, and the alpha subunit itself. In this case now, we have no membrane-bound enzyme, and the alpha subunit migrates, diffuses in the cell, and comes in contact with an ion channel for calcium. When that happens, calcium channel opens, and calcium ions diffuse into the cell. So notice there was no enzyme that the alpha subunit had to directly affect. It just did this calcium channel opening directly. And energy. Once the alpha subunit has converted GTP to GTP, it will then separate from the channel, like it separates from the adenylate cyclase, move back, become a part of the G protein, and then it's ready to work again with the receptor if the hormone binds to it or another hormone binds to it. And obviously this doesn't stay open very long. It needs another alpha subunit to make it open again. So these are quick responses. Yes? Energy. Now once the calcium is in the cell, it typically will bind to a transport molecule known as calmodulin, similar to the troponin that we talked about in bio-430. And so this is our second messenger. Calcium ions by themselves can also function as second messengers, but often a larger molecule, such as calmodulin, is used for that association. So would you expect this to be slower or faster than the activation of cyclic AMP?
Slower.
Faster.
Do you have more steps or fewer steps?
Fewer steps.
Oh,
Actually, it has fewer steps because we don't have that activation of
adenylate cyclase.
the membrane-bound enzyme.
So the calcium comes in pretty quickly.
Yeah. So what would be the limiting factor here?
Energy.
Okay, so the number of receptors, obviously, and the number of calcium channels, all right, would be the limiting factors. What would be limiting factors in the adenylate cyclase pathway?
Number of receptors.
The number of receptors, would be 11